The joy of creation. It sounds simple, almost cliche, doesn't it? Like something you'd see on an inspirational poster in a college guidance counselor's office. But if you ever tried to make something, anything, from scratch, you know the reality is far, far more complicated. It's messy, frustrating. It's filled with, self-doubt, and most of the time, it's just painful. So why do we do it? Why do we pour hours into a drawing that looks like shit, write code that keeps on breaking, or just post a video that ends up getting 50 views? My channel. Today I want to dig into that question. We're going to look at how anime perfectly captures this complex, beautiful struggle, and then we're going to get a little personal. I want to share my own journey with creating art and videos for this channel, and how that process, flaws and all, has become one of the most positive forces in my life. Welcome to the video. Anime has a unique way of externalizing internal battles, and the creative process is no exception. When we talk about the sheer grind and the technical obsession required to create, the first show that comes to my mind is Bakuman. For Mashiro and Tagaki, making manga isn't fun. It's not fun at all. It's a battleground. We see them pulling all-nighters, obsessing over panel layouts, and facing the crushing reality of rankings and cancellations. Bakuman doesn't sugarcoat it at all. It's quite the opposite. It shows us that creation is 10% inspiration and 90% grueling, unglamorous work. Yet, in those moments where they finally crack a story or see their pages printed and jump, the payoff is astronomical. The joy isn't just in the final product, it's in surviving the war it took to get there. Then, there's the internal battle, best depicted in Blue Period. The show is a masterclass in imposter syndrome. Yatora is a delinquent who discovers art late and feels constantly behind, much like myself. Watching him is painful because it's, relatable. He stares at a blank canvas, paralyzed by the gap between his taste and his ability. He compares himself to geniuses and feels like a fraud. But Blue Period also shows us the breakthrough. It's that moment where Yatora stops trying to copy others and finally paints something that feels true to him. It's the realization that art isn't about being the best. It's about translating your own unique way of seeing the world onto a canvas. The joy here is the discovery of your own voice. And finally, we have the pure, unadulterated passion of Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. Man, I hate saying that title. These three girls don't just want to make anime. They need to. The show is a love letter to imagination. When they start brainstorming, the real world fades away, and we are transported into their sketchbooks. They are literally fighting giant robots and flying in machines made of their own ideas. Eizouken reminds us that at its core, creation is a form of play. It's about taking the wild concepts in your head and making them real enough for others to see. The joy is in the magic of bringing something that didn't exist into reality. These shows prove that the joy of creation isn't a constant state of happiness. It's a hard-earned reward that comes after a lot of struggle, self-reflection, and just plain hard work. Now, I'm no manga prodigy, or I don't even draw that well. But I see reflections of those struggles in my own life, especially with this YouTube channel. Before I started creating content, I was an artist and mostly just a professional consumer. I watch hours of video essays and listen to music, always thinking, I wish I could do that. My only skill that I was proud of was being able to draw, but there was always a massive wall of fear. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not interesting enough? What if my editing is just utter fucking garbage? What if I put myself out there and just get ignored? Or worse, laughed at? So I just stuck, to what I was already good at. My first video was rough, to say the least. It was not my best work. I chose to have it really dark, have a moody video. Nah, you just couldn't see anything. It was about Chainsaw Man, the movie that came out a few months ago. And funny enough, it ended up being the most popular video I have to date, despite me sounding like a lobotomized robot. I wish I made so many different changes about that video, but you can't change what's already been done. However, my world didn't end. Like I said before, that video ended up being my most viewed video ever, sitting at 2.5 thousand views. Some people even left heartfelt comments saying how much they appreciated the video and that it reached them in their time of need. Those comments alone were like a jolt of electricity. It wasn't nearly about the fame or money. It was just the realization that something I made inside my own head had connected with another human, somewhere else on the planet. Over time, the process itself became really addictive. I started to really love the problems and solutions when it comes to editing videos, like how to, cut a scene to make a joke land better, or finding the perfect piece of music to build tension. I found a strange sense of peace in the hours spent scripting, wrestling with words until they flowed right, and they still usually don't. Creating has taught me resilience. You have to learn to separate your self-worth from the things you make. You have to accept that your first draft will always be egregious, and you know what? That's okay. It's given me a constructive outlet for my thoughts and a way to process the media I love. And the most positive thing, it's the community. Connecting with all of you in the comments, having these discussions, that's the ultimate payoff. It's a feedback loop of constant inspiration, and that keeps me going. So, what is the joy of creation? It's not just a happy feeling, clearly. It's the satisfaction of solving a puzzle of your own making. It's the thrill of seeing your skills improve, inch by painful inch. It's the vulnerability of putting a piece of yourself out into the world, and the profound connection that comes when someone else receives it. Whether you want to draw manga, code a game, bake a cake, I like cake, or start a YouTube channel, I want to tell you this: the fear never truly goes away. The work will always be hard, no matter what you do. But the spark you feel when you bring something new into existence, that's a feeling worth chasing every single day. Go make something. Anything, bro. Thanks for watching. Love y'all.